Hi, welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And today, the movie I'm talking about is called He's All That. This movie is now playing exclusively on Netflix. It's rated PG-13 and it's an hour and 31 minutes. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, themes worth talking about, tips for parents, and even recommendations for other movies that I think you'll also enjoy. All right, so in a nutshell, in this reimagining of 1999's She's All That, teen social media influencer Paget's humiliating on-camera breakup goes viral, leading her to make a risky bet to save her reputation. Dun, dun, dun. She swears she can turn her scruffy, antisocial Cameron into prom king material. But things get complicated when she finds herself falling for him IRL, in real life. All right, so there were plenty of things that I really got a kick out of in this movie. First of all, fans of the popular TV show, also on Netflix, called 𝐫𝐞𝐬 will love seeing Tanner Buchanan in the starring role in this teen rom-com. He's just adorable, I think. He has a serious six-pack, which we get to see, and we also get to see him work his karate chops and all of his fancy moves that he shows us in 𝐫𝐞𝐬. Girls might also learn some helpful makeover tips from Addison Rae's character as an influencer. She's actually a TikToker in real life. And in fact, she is the second most followed TikToker, but the highest paid. So you go, girl. That is awesome. She's known for her dancing in her TikTok videos, which she also gets to showcase in the movie and dance in a couple of scenes in the movie. She and Tanner Buchanan also starred together in Girl Meets World in 2014. There's this bubble that comes out of her nose in a very pivotal scene, and I just thought it was such a nice touch and hilarious. Rachel Lee Cook honestly doesn't look that much older than her daughter, played by Addison Rae. In real life, she could be at age 41, but she looks great and instills her character with a fun, quirky personality. But really, the best thing I love about her presence in this movie is that both she and Matthew Lillard starred in the original She's All That. So if you haven't seen the original, definitely check that out. And I think you'll appreciate this movie even more. Kourtney Kardashian is actually also in this movie, to the squeals and delights of her Insta followers. Fans of the original She's All That will spot some fun Easter eggs. And one thing I thought was totally random but very fun was this dance scene. There were some other little dancing moments, but this one was a full-on dance scene. Peyton Meyer does a really great job playing a total douche in the story. Preteen girls, I think, are especially going to love this movie. Keep watching during the final credits for some really cute blooper clips. I think all movies should have blooper reels at the end of their movies, don't you? So there were some things I didn't like despite all of that praise. First of all, I thought that there were some very forced, even cringe-worthy bad acting moments. So that was very disappointing. Super cliched, very predictable, but the paint by numbers script. So much blatant merchandising. Come on, as if audiences don't notice that. It just seems like a blatant money grab and makes me just go, back away from the movie. So be aware of that. And unfortunately, I really didn't feel that much chemistry between the two main leads. So that's not good, since it's a rom-com featuring the two main leads. Now, let me give you some tips for parents. There are shirtless guys in the movie and some scantily clad girls. Kids swear, including one F-bomb, and the use of other crude language in conversations. There are lesbians represented, talk of drugs, a couple of teens get tattoos, kissing, and teens cheating on each other. Also some fighting. Did I mention the fighting? So some of the themes that are illustrated really well are talk of entitled trust funders and what that life is like, because that'll be foreign to a lot of people watching the movie. Superficiality, high school life, rich versus poor, self-respect, trust, loyalty, honesty, reputation, cell phone life, and the power of social media on us and our lives, influencers, of course, authenticity, and the you be you theme that seems to be in all teenage movies lately. So there were some funny lines and interesting lines, and I write them all down on my moviereviewmom.com website. So you can go there and see all of those, but I'll just share a couple of them with you right now. Okay, so the first one is Tanner Buchanan's character, and he says, high school's just a bunch of scared people pretending to be something they're not. And that actually gets repeated a couple of times in the movie. And I thought that it's actually kind of true. And when you're in high school, you feel like you're so mature and grown up and that everything is so important. And, it's really just a time where scared kids are trying to figure out who they are and where they belong in the world. And then Rachel Lee Cook plays a mom who gives advice, and she says, it's only a mistake if you don't learn from it. And again, it's just a reminder that these are kids and they're trying to figure out life and all of that. All right. So even though I was super excited and I said that I really got a kick out of a lot of the things, ultimately there were some serious flaws that kept lowering the status of the film in my eyes as things progressed. And so ultimately, and I always hesitate giving bad grades to movies when I clearly can tell they tried very hard, but my movie review mom grade is a C-. So, but first, let me give you some recommendations for some other movies that I think that you'll get a kick out of and will probably enjoy even more than this one. And first is, of course, She's All That. The classic from the 80s, early 90s, when those types of movies came out often. I think you'll really enjoy that one. And then another one that this movie made me think of, probably when the dance scene hit, especially, I was like, oh, I got to tell them about White Chicks, which has, the black white element to this story, but also has the element of, spoiled trust fund kids, rich versus poor, and just these dingbat girls that are so influenced by influencers. And anyway, there's definitely a lot more to that story. My sons absolutely love that movie. We've all seen it a bunch of times. Anyway, I hope if you watch this movie that you do get a kick out of it and enjoy it. And, don't expect perfection. Just learn some of those life lessons and have some laughs along the way. And then I think that you'll really enjoy it. All right, that's it for my review. I hope you have a fantastic day. And thank you so much for your support. As always, be sure and subscribe, click on that little like button. And thank you so much for your support at Patreon too. I really appreciate it. I will catch you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.